Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I am Brad Reed.
I'm Cameo.
I'm Buck.
Yes, and we are here at New World Comics in Oklahoma City, just south of 63rd Street on Meridian. And this is the place to go to get all the latest comic books, like I say, graphic novels, toys, all kinds of great stuff. Superhero schools. Is there one coming up this week?
This week is going to be Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's timely.
Yeah.
As is all the superhero schools.
Yes.
But let me just tell people, if they haven't heard before, these superhero schools are really cool for, they're for the kids. But if you're an adult who can bring a kid, I suggest it because, say you're like me, I don't know a lot about Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll actually talk about Captain Marvel later on in the show. But this is a great way to get to know before the movie comes out, so you kind of have an idea if you don't already. I feel like.
And this one doesn't say Shazam, right?
No.
Oh,
I mean, she might just in jest, but yeah.
I hope so. I hope there's going to be like one scene which says Shazam.
But yeah, so that's this Saturday, and then keep in mind May 4th. That's going to be here, before we know it. Mm-hmm. Free Comic Book Day. That's coming up here at New World Comics, and then. They got the comics that they highly recommend. Later on in the show, we're going to talk about comic books that are coming out this week and some that are already out and what me and Cameo have and can't wait to get home and read. So we'll talk about that later during But anything that's coming up that you want to, promote for the store, such as, Comic-Con or anything like that.
Yeah, so the last Saturday in July, we have probably the most incredible experience you can have as an Oklahoman that likes comic books. The New World Comic-Con.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I am so excited about this one. It's a bigger building this year. We're going so much bigger. We're going to have gaming. We're going to have special guests. Like, it's going to be awesome.
A different building?
Can you say where this building will be?
Yeah, it's going to be in the Oklahoma Expo Hall.
Nice.
The same place that the Friends of the Library book sale is.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's pretty huge. I was there over the weekend, and so are you going to use?
Oh, we're just using the big
the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If this does well, like if we keep growing like we are, next year we'll have the other.
Nice, man. I can't wait to see how big this gets.
I
mean, for you, I know it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I just want to go back to the little Centennial building.
Oh man, like even the Paramount, it was like all right, I can handle the Paramount, but yeah, at this point it's the, oh my god,
yeah.
I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just this. Oh man,
I'm sure the planning and getting everybody's schedules. Oh man, I bet you I wouldn't want to deal with that.
It's a chore, but it's well worth it, and the amount of joy that it brings everyone else is so well worth it that I'll do it 10 times over.
Nice.
Any confirmed guests?
There's me.
Yeah.
No one.
The Nerds to Men.
Yes, the Nerds to Men will be there.
Yes.
Actually,
maybe.
All of the
maybe. That's a long ways from now. But.
No one confirmed yet, but if everything goes right, we should have a pretty big announcement soon.
Mm-hmm.
Or a kind of okay announcement.
I got a preview. I won't say anything.
Yeah.
I got a preview the other day.
Ooh.
Cameo.
I want a preview.
I'll preview you after the show.
Oh yeah.
Or was I sworn to secrecy?
More or less, but I mean now
it's just me.
Now it just sounds weird that you're going to preview them before the. Anyway,
we're
moving on.
Yeah, I'll at least give you a hot tip. How about that? Does that sound less weird?
Good night, everybody.
That does it.
All right. Rhymes with what now? Man,
I'm good on that.
Hey, make plans for this weekend.
No segue?
No, not really. I'm just going to get into it. So make plans.
What else has a hot tip?
Ooh. 3, 2, 1. Make plans this weekend to take your friend, your loved one, the office, anybody to Paint and Cheers. That's this place down in the Plaza District where my good buddy Adam, he has like this art studio, very professional. He uses it all the time. If you go in there, he's got like this big picture of Abraham Lincoln painting that he's doing, and it is amazing. And then he teaches the classes. You can sign up, but Thirsty Thursdays, $2 Boda box wine. 2 p.m. on Saturdays, they've got bottomless sangria, and Sundays at 2 p.m., bottomless mimosas. And you're going to be able to go in there, get your drink on, and paint a great picture. We've been showing on our Facebook. We link up to theirs. He always posts what they're going to do that night. So feel free to check out our Facebook or his Facebook or anybody's Facebook that says Paint and Cheers.
Yeah.
And you'll get an idea of what you're going to paint and make it a date night. They do date night. So that's awesome. You going to take Christine out there?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say your wife's name on the air?
Okay.
I mean, who's Christine?
We can beep it later.
All right.
I didn't know.
You don't know what else you can beep. No.
Hot tip. I couldn't remember if we've said her name. We said Jen.
Yeah,
of course.
Christine.
I always give Jen a hard time on the show, and then people are like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, Jen does not listen, but
No, she does.
but reserve your seats now at Paint in Cheers. That's paint the letter N cheers.com and
/ hot tip. I'm
Yeah.
joking. Don't put that on. No.
or do and let us know what happens.
yeah. Reserve your seats right now.
Don't show us, just let us know.
Adam's gonna be like, about March, we're ending it. No, Adam's a great buddy, and we really thank him for sponsoring the show and letting us do this and reaching a bunch of people.
Yeah, and if you want to, promote on our podcast, I mean, be more than welcome.
Let us know.
You can email. We have an email, right?
No.
No. Okay. Just Facebook us.
Yeah.
Facebook
Instagram
messaging.
us.
Yeah.
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 We'll get it. So
Yeah. We'll get your message out to. What is it? What like between Facebook and the podcast and everything? It's about 10,000 people a month. So, and that includes New World Comics podcast.
Hey.
Yeah, I just throw it all in the mix, so. Which is the podcast that Buck does, usually following this show, and he has a guest each week that usually is somebody that either works at the store, helps out, does superhero school. Sometimes it's artists like Jerry Bennett, and I don't know what he does around here. Doesn't look
wouldn't
like
you
much.
like to know?
I would like to know.
My.
Fill me in after.
can I say the word?
Yes.
No. Let's get to the show.
All right.
I'm saying 2/3 just said yes.
Let's just roll the show.
All right. Okay. Darn it.
Editing exists for a reason.
All right. The Oscars were last night. I bet I could imagine that maybe Cameo watched it.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Did you watch it, Buck?
No, I checked out the CNN updates. They were like, did Black Panther really? I don't think it did. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I called it last week.
Yeah. You did pick Green Book to win.
Yeah, because when picking your Oscar picks, you have to think: is it two unlikely characters that somehow find common ground in an unlikely situation? Does heartfelt music swell at some point in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you have an Oscar movie.
Yeah, exactly. There was Black Panther and Black Klansman is the only two movies I had even seen.
That had black in it. That one.
I'm noticing a theme.
Those were the only ones that I'd seen that were up for Best Film because I didn't see Green Book. I didn't see. Was it
Roma?
Yeah. Was there any? Is there
I
any
think
ones I'm leaving out?
was it?
Bohemian Rhapsody,
and Star is Born were nominated.
Yeah, I want to see Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't really like the idea of supporting Bryan Singer, but
Nope.
But he did get fired at the end of that, so whatever.
Yeah.
And we are going to touch on some controversial things during
Unlike him.
during the show today.
No.
And normally we do try to keep it positive, but not having seen Green Book, can't speak on whether it deserved to win.
Yeah.
I do think Spike Lee should win, though.
Yeah.
I think Spike Lee won for what, writing? Scripting or something?
I think so.
Best screenplay or something?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
But
That's
did
his
you
first Oscar, though, right?
Yeah, for him, yeah. So,
And Samuel L. Jackson presented him with the award.
dude, that's awesome.
Man, did you see that? Like, it's like a little girl running to hug his dad or her dad, and that's what he looked like. Spike Lee is like this tall, and Samuel L. Jackson's like this tall. So he's like ran and jumped into his arms. That was funny.
Also, Black Panther did win a couple more awards, like we predicted.
Yeah, 3 total. Best original score, best production, and costume design.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome.
And then, of course, I figured that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse would win because it was so. I don't even know that of anything that would come close to how amazing that one was. I mean, I know you enjoyed
or Web of
Incredibles 2. I know you enjoyed that one.
Yeah, not as much as I did.
And
Spider-Man.
I don't even know was it even in the running?
I don't think so.
I don't know, but either way, there really shouldn't have been anything nominated other than Into the Spider-Verse.
Right. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't win Best Picture, but that's just me.
Yeah. I agree. So that's our Oscars wrap up right there. I got this story off of the webs the other day, and I wanted to get you guys' opinion. The one thing that we've said a few times about the Avengers Endgame and all that with the Fox being bought by Marvel and Disney. Could we get X-Men? Could we get Fantastic Four?
I think we could. If anything, we're going to get teaser.
And that's what I'm seeing.
I mean, like in the first Iron Man movie, Nick Fury just came on and was like, blah, 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 Avengers, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, my God, Avengers.
Yeah.
All we have to have is someone just be like, I think that they're a mutant, dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah,
and
really?
lose their mind.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Did we talk
You
about?
can do a lot with a little.
Yeah.
Did we talk about whenever they brought up the
Hands.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver?
Yeah.
When they brought them up, did we talk about how they are talking about how they're going to call them mutants now?
I didn't hear that.
Okay, yeah, so they're going to call them mutants.
They're not specials or whatever they were.
Right. Miracles.
Miracles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to call them mutants coming up. I don't know when that'll be, but since they have to unlock the X gene to become the mutant, I think they're going to start, using that because they were, testing them when they were testing on them. They were bringing out their X gene,
so they're going to make them Inhumans,
or that too.
Meh, whole bunch of meh.
Well, if the merger goes through in time, we could get a post-credit scene. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, it could be Fantastic Four, though.
I would love that too. So much more.
Cameo, tell me, like, if they did do an X-Men, post-credit scene, who do you want to see the most?
Nightcrawler. No, I think it would be really cool if we're doing at the end of Endgame. I feel like we should cut back to Old Man Logan, and some way somehow Nick Fury meets Logan. He's like, "Hey, old friend, how you been?" And I would lose my stuff.
I think that's the thing for later.
Yeah, I do too. If they were going to go that route, I'd like for the Hulk to just be sitting there, and all of a sudden Wolverine to pop out of his stomach. Oh, that'd be dope. Alien style.
In reference to Old Man Logan.
Yeah. I'm just saying it'd be really cool if there was this kid sitting on the park bench, whatever, reading, and all of a sudden his eyes tear through the.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Have we got it? I mean, James Marsden did a pretty good job as a Boy Scout.
The current kid that they have that won't ever be
really
sent
care
up.
for him.
Well, but I mean, he didn't do a bad job. Like,
no, he didn't. But
I mean, here's the thing: of any of those X kids, are any of them great?
No.
Yeah. Because I mean, to me, like Cyclops is Cyclops and Beast are like my favorite X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
So for Cyclops to be like perfect, he needs to be almost Batman level, and then like the laser eyes are just like, oh yeah, he has those too.
Yeah,
but he's just that awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to talk to you guys about Captain Marvel a little bit here.
That means he's sick of us talking X-Men.
No. Which we will talk a little more X-Men later on during. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about Captain Marvel for just a second because I was looking. There's a story about, I guess, a lot of people who are mad at who's our lady?
Brie Larson.
So they went on to Rotten Tomatoes and just bombed it with all these bad reviews, which has resulted in the worst record low since The Hulk, which means absolutely nothing because they haven't seen the movie.
Right.
And they're just a bunch of butthurt dudes. But what do they have to be so butthurt about?
A woman.
Is that it?
The term butthurt. But I'm just saying, man, too bad we don't have enough superhero movies with like regular white dudes leading.
Yeah.
Man, we need so many more of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like, I mean, I'd much rather look at a lovely woman leading the
And
charge.
some tights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm a big fan of the strong female characters. We need a lot more of that as opposed to like, oh, here's, the eventual damsel in distress. Here's the woman who needs saving.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, I'm not personally like counting down the days till Captain Marvel comes out, and it's only because I just don't know a lot about Captain
A little
Marvel.
over 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, but it has nothing
I am.
to do with her gender or anything like that. Like, whatever. I don't know why anybody cares. Like, I do get some of the, when people have said, why are we changing these characters that we know and love? Why can't we just come up with, newer and better characters or whatever? But at the same time, everything is, everything. These are characters that have been around for how long? I mean, there's got to be reinterpretation or it gets boring.
Right.
And it's all cyclical. I mean, look at Wolverine. We'll talk more about this later, but, it was X-23 and now he's back. So if you were upset,
Just wait a while.
yeah, like there's no reason to be that upset.
Because nobody can die in comic books.
I mean, they
Nobody.
can.
But they come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they do die all the time, but they don't stay dead. Anybody lately that's died, or in the last 50 years that you were surprised that has died and then stayed dead?
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot, but I should be able to just like rapid fire these.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You got a lot of knowledge going on up there.
Oh man, I'm trying to think
because none of them to stay dead. That's the thing. that's why that's probably a hard one.
Man, I mean, like Marvel stayed pretty much dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was kind of sort of back for a little while, but he's stayed dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Also on Captain Marvel, I heard that there's going to be 2 end credit scenes.
Like a mid
Yeah.
credit and then like a final like.
Yeah. So
Okay.
be on the lookout for that too.
Cool.
But and one more thing. Is Captain Marvel stronger than the Hulk?
She is now.
Okay.
They've been like up in her power level
Why is that?
lately, so she could
Take down the Hulk if necessary?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the grand scheme of things, for years, women were always thought of, kind of being the afterthought characters. Like, and I guess we need a female on the team to get the guys excited about something, I guess. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why do?
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
And now they're like, oh, we have been kind of asshats about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We should have
At least one woman that's stronger than everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, like we had Jane Foster Thor, but then all the guys were like, well, "I want male Thor," like whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool that they made use of like, oh, if anyone picks up the hammer, guess what?
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway,
All right, Cameo. I got to ask because I know Buck's all caught up on Gotham, but where are you at?
I'm still at
the point where nothing makes sense and it's poorly written.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the last episode I watched? I think it was when
Okay, so there was the one
Alfred
where
came back.
Yes. Okay.
That's the last episode.
Alfred left.
He was gone for like the first 4, 5
I mean,
episodes.
and
Then he came back.
Yeah.
Why? No. Oh, I'll stop.
Alfred's actually one of the best parts about Gotham.
I heard
Yeah.
that they're doing a spinoff with him.
With
Yeah.
him?
Well, his character.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're going to do an Alfred show. It's not going to have anything to do with Gotham.
Man, I really wish that they still made like little kid lunchboxes, so some kid, man, check out my Alfred lunchbox.
Yeah, but see, the thing about Alfred is he in this show, and in other movies, he's also kind of been built up, to be like this former badass, and he's that way.
Former badass.
Well,
Yeah.
in all the other incarnations, he's old. In this one, Bruce is still what, 16, 17.
Yeah.
So he's not quite as old.
Yeah.
But we've been getting younger Alfreds in the movies, too.
Man, eventually Alfred and Aunt May are just going to be like peers.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's hot.
She is. Marissa Tomei.
Anyway, your horrible show, Gotham.
Okay, so there was only one thing that happened that I was like, that's cool. But it was also nothing that was, it was nothing that really, was worth the whole, this whole season. But
Really?
Jeremiah finally is going to be the real Joker because Bruce Wayne pushed him into vat of chemicals at Ace Chemicals.
Wait,
so.
Bruce Wayne did?
Wait, so
Yeah.
he's not dead? I thought Selena Kyle stabbed him.
No, he wasn't. You knew he wasn't dead?
I mean, he
Yeah,
was
it's
laying there for a while. I didn't know.
TV show.
Well, I don't know where you are then because you said Alfred returned, but well, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go that far. Just so I don't spoil it for you. But we did get to at least see that, which is not, I think in the first Batman with Michael Keaton, he pushes Joker in.
Well,
but
it's not so much that he pushes it; he just lets go and fall. Like,
well, in
he
this
slips.
one, I say he pushes him in. It was more of a they were fighting and he falls, so he doesn't really push him. But so I mean, but it was kind of more of a in something that has not played that has really played loosely is what I mean to say with the whole Batman, story. That was kind of cool to see something that was more from the books or stuff we've seen before.
Yeah.
But I do think that Gotham is instead of Batman, the question that everybody asks, does Batman create the villains? This is, what if the villains created Batman? I really believe that that's the whole.
Let's get that kid in tight leather.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I've heard some talks,
Oh, no.
and I don't believe it,
Okay.
that David Mazouz might be the next on-screen movie Batman.
No.
And he just is too. He's not there yet. I mean, maybe
No.
someday, but
I,
he's still
just a
too
scrawny
young
little
and-
kid.
Yeah. He's taller.
It's going to be awesome in like 7 years when he's like at con signing autographs for like being in Gotham. Man, I'm being so like mean.
Brad has a photo
stop.
with him, don't you?
Yeah. Me and
Really?
the family took a picture with him and Alfred.
You're like, what up, teenager?
Yeah. Well, I made sure that I stood by Alfred and Gideon, who's the same age as David Mazouz. Because I didn't want to look creepy.
A little late.
Too late. Yeah, too late for that.
Shut up. So I've heard. I don't know why, but I've heard that Joey Lawrence. Remember Joey?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He wants to play.
Yeah, he wants
No.
to play, and I had one word for that, and it was no.
Here's the thing. I want to play Batman.
Well,
Everyone,
yeah.
like,
I'm sure Joey just wants some work.
yeah.
Right?
No, that's never gonna happen.
Screech wants to play Batman. I mean, like,
That, right.
Maybe they'll have like a boxing match, to determine who gets it. Let's talk just a little bit. We're not gonna get into it just yet on this show, but Umbrella Academy on Netflix. I got 2 more episodes. Did you finish it yet?
I just finished it.
And you're done. You
I'm done.
blazed right
Yeah.
through it. That is a good show.
So, yeah, it's kind of slow to start, and then it gets great. And I will say, like, the last episode, it starts to kind of lose it, and then, like, it gets it,
Yeah, it
right
does.
at the very end.
Yeah.
I think sometimes where they might start to kind of get away from everything is like some of the Klaus stories.
Yeah.
But I'll give it to him that usually they're, he's a good actor. I've seen him in some other stuff, and his stories are pretty fun, or
Yeah.
interesting. So I don't get too mad about them veering off, but they do veer off a little bit. But like I say, I have really enjoyed it, and with all the Netflix, the shows like the Marvel shows leaving, I'm hoping to see more shows like Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
'Cause
too.
It's a lot of fun.
But the one thing that I don't like about Klaus in the show is that they don't really follow his powers in the from the comic.
Right.
That's what I don't like about it. But I mean,
I think that we might get there
eventually
Yeah.
because I feel like he's only tapped into a little bit of his power.
Right, and I think that would have been too much to try
Right.
to tackle it with so much of the fantastical going on. I think that one would be whoa, that's a bit much.
Yeah. But Brad, the last episode where he finally kicks in. Dope.
Woo!
Dope.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
I can't wait. So that's Umbrella Academy on Netflix. It is based on the. It's not a graphic novel, right?
Trade paperbacks.
Trade paperback, right? Because it was issues.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure that the marketing company's like the graphic novel because you don't want to read comic books or trade paperbacks because
Oh yeah, because graphic novel sounds.
it sounds more sophisticated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm reading a graphic novel. I'm Batman. I don't know. Well, let's talk about a couple more comic books before we get into. Oh my god.
All right.
I did see this. Okay, so tell me about this. Wolverine supposedly rebooted the entire Marvel universe back in 2017.
Yes.
Is this something that you were aware of?
I mean, not really.
Or is this something they did kind of on the sly? And
Yeah, it's definitely on the slide. They weren't like, guys.
has anybody been like trying, like, hey, I think this is what's going on?
So it kind of sort of matched up with right after Secret Wars. Mm-hmm. So any of that reboot, you could blame on Wolverine now,
Right.
because he had the like Space Stone and just did all that. So
And this ties in with the Wolverine Infinity Watch.
yeah, so it's like old or like the Phoenix, like Old Man Wolverine, teaming up with Loki, defending the Infinity Stones.
So when you hear Infinity Watch, that's not just like a really coolly encrusted watch.
No, like way back when, right after
be
the
dope.
Infinity Gauntlet.
That would be dope.
Like when Adam Warlock had the Infinity Gauntlet, he took each of the gems and gave them out to different people. Mm-hmm. Like one was like Pit Patrol, one was to Drax, one to Gamora, one to Moondragon. He had one, and then there was the sixth one, which he didn't tell anyone whose it was.
Right.
It ended up being Thanos, but
Right.
yeah.
So is there anything that now that you know that he's rebooted the entire Marvel universe, are you like
Much bigger
that explains this
exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I think what it is the creator just kind of playing with the people that are like trying to track down first appearances and that kind of stuff. That like, oh no, look, I got one by you. Now it's retroactively the thing you thought it was the thing is not the thing anymore. Blah.
And so with Wolverine, if he had the Infinity Gauntlet, like all of it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, how much power would that guy have?
I mean, enough to snap and kill half the universe. Yeah,
Right,
no,
so,
I
I
mean, he would have the powers of God. Yeah.
How
So,
many issues are out? Is this the
that's the very first one.
and it says parental advisory, so
Well, because
don't-
Wolverine's involved.
yeah, so
He has
don't get it for
claws.
your young kids, I would say.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, but this
Because look, things like that happens.
this looks this looks awesome because I saw the story and then you were like, well, you should read it. I was like, yes, I should. This
Is pretty dope.
I know, right?
I also have this Return of Wolverine. I guess is this one that kind of
That is
leads into it, or
No, that's two completely different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Since Wolverine was kind of sort of dead for a while, that's the story of him coming back, and now he's got hot claws.
Oh, is this one that comes out this week or something? Or-
Well, no, it came out last week. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, if it comes out this week, it wouldn't be in my hot little hands yet because we record this on Monday.
Yeah.
And new comics come out on Wednesday.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I have my trusty cheat sheet of what I think is going to be amazing.
Okay. So let's get into this before we talk about your picks and everything. So this is Venom issue 11, and you said there is a trade paperback.
Yeah, for the first 5 or 6.
Now, the reason that I want to bring this one up is the writer has been receiving death threats.
Yeah, Donny Cates.
Over this whole story, which kind of has, in a way, rebooted Eddie Brock's story. Yeah. I haven't read it yet, but I do know a little bit about it, which I guess Venom is kind of man, I want to he has made him think that people that had cancer like his mom and his sister,
yeah,
like they and I guess they
and
don't
him.
even exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they made him think he has a kid,
or no, it made him forget that he had a kid.
Oh, okay, yeah. And I just don't get why people are so mad about this.
Well, because like Venom's their hero, so it's like finding out that oh man, like look how flawed your hero is.
I mean, it's Venom, though. I mean,
Right.
I haven't read a lot of Venom, but I would at least expect that he's not the most stand-up dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like finding out that OJ killed his wife. It's like finding out, I don't know, man, what would it be like? Finding out that like Flavor Flav did like meth.
Like, duh.
Like,
Duh,
well, it's the man. We knew he was big into other things, but meth,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. Well, the reason that this one stuck out to me, though, is I learned a new term I'd never heard of.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you messaged me like, what's shipping?
Yeah.
What is that?
So the reason, okay, let me just preface this by saying that they're mad because they want, I guess they want Venom and Eddie Brock to be shipping.
No, they're worried about the ship they have. So
Oh.
a relationship.
Oh,
And
right.
shipping is hoping that two characters get together in a relationship.
Yes.
So like Gambit and Rogue, I ship that.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
and there's some
so-
people like Wolverine, Cyclops, I ship that.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean like a romantic. Because I was like,
no, I mean for the most part it does.
oh, okay.
But I mean, like, it's
like the Supernatural brothers.
Yeah, it's the.
Oh, I know, but people write fan fiction about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't read it, but
Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, I ship that.
I never heard this term. Not
Yeah.
once. Have you?
No.
It's
Like
because
Cameo
we're,
and Brad. I ship that.
All right. Well, good luck to everyone's wives.
Yeah, don't.
But
Thanks.
no, it's a term that all the young kids use and are now laughing at us about.
Gotcha.
They're dabbing on us.
Dabbing.
Yeah, because we are the haters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you got somebody that you ship with, take them to Paint and Cheers.
Oh, there we go. There's a segue.
That's the best worst segue you've ever done.
Paint and Cheers, awesome place in the Plaza District here in Oklahoma City where you can paint and get your drink on. I'll actually show some more paintings that I've done. It's been a minute since we did them, but we'll do them here. I like doing that because I'm the one who has to go in and edit it later. But
You're gonna have to paint his face.
it's just fun. Yeah. But
Here.
this is and I am, like I said before, I am not a good painter. I like to paint, but it frustrates me, and a lot of times I'll get so frustrated that I'll be like, I'm just not even gonna do it.
But I'm just gonna cheer.
yeah, exactly. But in this instance, you don't go through that because Adam's there to help you out, show you these techniques, and you get to paint a painting that you'll be really proud of. And since you're getting your drink on, you'll be more relaxed. I've found that helps.
All right.
They got drink specials. They they have these nights, Thirsty Thursdays. They have Saturdays and Sundays drink specials. So go check them out. PaintInCheers.com. That's paint the letter N cheers.com and reserve your seats today. So it's finally time to wrap up the show. See you guys.
All right.
It's time for Obug. Yeah.
Yay!
All right, so we're going to talk about what is in store, what is coming this week, and what is in our bags.
Okay.
What's in your bag? baby?
Do y'all want to go with what's in your bags, or do you want me to?
Let's go. Let's do that. Oh no, let's save the best for last. So yeah, let's go. What's in our
Oh,
bags.
okay. All right. Did you have this in your list yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I knew that y'all would be carrying.
Did you not get it?
No, I got it.
Oh.
I didn't check the cover.
Issue 10, The Turtles Urban Legends. So we got two different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like my cover though.
Yeah.
And I'm showing. I don't even know how that looks.
Yeah.
up on
So
the new camera, but
yeah, this is the them continuing on with the Image Ninja Turtle series, where
Right.
like things actually happen to the turtles, like really bad things, and they deal with it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Donatello kind of sort of dies, and this like techno parasite that's on him takes over.
Right.
Michelangelo gets a girlfriend. Raphael becomes head of the Foot Clan. Splinter turns into a bat. Leonardo is
Wait, a bat?
yeah,
Okay, awesome.
yeah. Leonardo cuts things with swords.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like this one. It's a grittier kind of Turtles. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, like, you can just jump into it. Like, if you've seen the movies and like read the TV show, just kind of know that other stuff has happened,
Yeah.
and then you can just jump in.
I think what is also cool for people who may have already read this is that they, back when it was black and white,
Yeah.
is now you get the colorized version, and
Right.
and so it adds probably another dimension to it that you may have missed out. This is my Bigfoot comic that
Yes.
my buddies up here, they know what I like. Okay, so I've been looking at this up there on the shelf for every week. I had to get it because it's still here.
Man, who's that writer?
Who is the writer?
Cates.
Yeah.
Yeah, same writer as Venom.
Oh, yeah.
And this thing that we'll be talking about here in a minute.
Yeah, Donnie Cates, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that when I saw this, but
Donny Cates is absolutely one of the most fun writers in comics right now.
Yeah.
Like, his stuff isn't like the most like groundbreaking, like it's not like, Alan Moore by any stretch of the imagination, but like it's all the really fun stuff and the twists that he puts on everything. And he has such a love of the characters. Like he gets characterization down so well.
And that's pretty obvious too with King.
Oh yeah, Tom King. Yeah.
Tom, yeah. I was gonna say Tim King, but yeah, Tom King. He with Mr. Miracle. I was telling off the air that I miss Mr. Miracle now.
Yeah.
Like I wish there was a continuation.
See, for me, like Mr. Miracle was such a like, man, he's one of my favorite characters, and everyone's always been like, why? Mm-hmm. Now I can be like, there's
that's why, because of Tom King. That's why.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm not a DC person whatsoever, and this, like, I love how the panels were.
Yeah.
I love how like trippy it looked.
yeah.
Like it was just all around amazing. The art, the like I said, the story, like I loved it.
I'm ashamed to say that you finished it before I did because I still have, I think, 2 more issues to wrap up. But
dude, as soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm reading this.
Ooh, don't do it. I would be, a lot of times I would probably be like, whatever, but this one I'd be mad. I would be mad.
Well, I'm going to tell you this: Big Barda and Mr. Miracle get a divorce.
No,
What?
I don't believe that.
they do.
Like, there would be a lot of things in
so
this
many
book
people would be
that
like,
you could
what? No.
Yeah, you could tell me
That does not happen.
Cameo's going to get death threats now from the people.
He actually
shipped them.
marries Granny Goodness.
Ew.
And then the last thing I got, since you mentioned it a couple times,
Almost
in your
every
shows.
single podcast, yeah.
Planetary, the volume 1. There's 2 volumes, right?
Yes.
What's this about?
Oh man,
This is the exploration of the 20th century. So,
Was that Ralph Macchio?
Yep.
yeah. Okay, so if I may,
Yeah.
so it goes through these guys investigate the 20th century, and everything is not exactly what everything is for the copyright. So like right off the bat, here's a whole bunch of like Golden Age characters. Like there's Doc Savage, there's the Phantom, there's Buck Rogers, there's like Spirit, all that. So then they end up. That's not Monster Island. That's not Mothra. Then that's not Godzilla. But they are.
Oh yeah.
But that is really not Ralph Macchio.
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
But then hold on. Where's that page? And this guy is. Oh, come on. This is great editing. There's not Shazam Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's things like that. And then the bad guys in it are the Fantastic Four.
Sweet.
Yeah.
but this is DC.
Well, it was Image at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, so like the team up that they have with Batman eventually is like, oh, this is a big deal because like they were 2 completely different companies.
Well, I can't wait. I know, like I say, y'all have got me intrigued about this anyway. But when you tell me that there's philosophy, it's kind of got like this meta,
This
kind of
is
storyline.
second only to Watchmen.
Yeah, and that also is what I'm like. Ooh,
Yeah.
So I had to, and so I need to get volume 2. Of course, I'll probably
Man,
have
what's
this ready
that?
within
What?
a year.
I wonder who can pick that up.
Roth.
Yeah. All right, buy your own Cameo. Buy your own.
All right, what you got?
Get your.
I got Kurt Wagner is the amazing Nightcrawler.
Ooh,
One of my favorite X-Men of all time. Not finally. I mean, he's had other.
He's had other miniseries.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited to see what this all holds for him. Love the scar on his face, by the way. Return of the Wolverine. This has been a pretty good return of the, I guess, we just call him the original.
Yeah.
So the original Wolverine. So I like that. Also got, the Urban Legends TMNT. And also
Regular.
TMNT.
Yep.
So, yeah, I've read the first 3, and I like how Michelangelo just dollywopped Splinter. Like yes,
Really?
yes. There's some things that Michelangelo doesn't like. How Splinter is,
He's
taking over.
anti-pizza and ice cream.
Yes, he's all cheese. No, but yeah, I don't know. Are you reading the ongoing?
Not that one. No.
Okay, well, the ongoing is basically, Splinter takes over the Foot Clan. Michelangelo's not liking how Splinter is turning out. Well, Michelangelo finds out some news, and he doesn't like it, and so him and Splinter, have a little fight.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And come to find out, he's the only one that's laid hands on Splinter, ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, in this story anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to read that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good one. I need to get into that one.
But this one's just about Raphael. I haven't read that one, so.
Oh, okay. So the first 4 was one about Donatello, one was about Lean. Okay. Are there going to be more after this, or is this just like a 4?
I don't know how many turtles are there.
Well, so it is just individual stories.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Which I assume that one will be collected.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, is that the last
Well,
of what's in your bag, baby?
And then I'm getting this too.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to. For those who are just listening, that was the
Wolverine Infinity Watch.
That looks so good.
Why would you just listen?
I don't know.
I would listen and watch and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
On your Spreakers and Stitchers and Spotifys and your SoundClouds.
You can. All those places.
All right. So to get into, I guess, my picks coming up this week, Fantastic Four is coming back out.
Finally.
Ooh, yeah.
Finally. It's been like a month. At least it feels like that.
Yeah. Well,
It's funny. I think I even accused Cameo of stealing one of my Fantastic Fours. I'm looking all over. I went over to the tattoo shop, no regrets. And I was like, oh, there it is. I left it there for them because I was like, you got to read this.
yeah. Because last issue was Doom, his new minion, the new Herald, Doom's Herald, fighting Galactus.
Nice.
Yeah. And it is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, it's amazing.
So it's like I say, it's Monday now. We're going to have to come back this week.
Right. So also coming up this week, Heroes in Crisis number 6.
Yes.
Which Tom King is writing. Man, it's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the whole premise is that sometimes when something horrific happens to the heroes, they got to go to a place and they got to make sure that they have a place to talk things out and kind of get their mind right.
It's like the teacher's lounge.
Yeah. But turns out that it's not as safe as they thought it was.
No.
They're in the principal's office.
Yeah, then a lot of teachers. A lot of teachers. I hate you guys. A lot of heroes die. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're finding out that maybe someone was there that shouldn't have been there, but they could have easily been there because they should have been there.
The Flash.
I don't want to name names like that, but yeah.
The Flash.
One of them.
I want to
Yeah.
mention, though, Cameo.
Yeah.
You said your big thing with Mr. Miracle was you were upset that it ended. Mm-hmm. Read Tom King's Batman and his Heroes in Crisis. I mean, I think you're still gonna enjoy everything he does.
Read anything Tom King.
Yeah,
It's great.
Absolutely.
All right.
So next on the list, the weekly Avengers series, Avengers No Road Home. Mm-hmm. I can't recommend this enough. It is so much fun. I mean, if you all like fun, you all like comics, you all like these superheroes, Avengers, it doesn't get any better than this.
Right.
So last issue we got left on the cliffhanger like, Hawkeye wakes up in a hospital, doesn't have a thumb, and then Hulk's like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Because, Clint Barton tried to kill Bruce Banner because Bruce Banner was like, hey, if ever I Hulk out again and claim on a rampage, kill me.
So and Hawkeye's the guy to do that?
Yeah. So Hulk finally meets up with Hawkeye. Like, Hulk meets up with Hawkeye and was like, so your friend, said, hey, kill me if ever I do this. And instead of getting your friend help, you went along with it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bite your thumb off.
So, I mean, we'll see. But, it looks like things won't work out well for old Hawkeye.
Why is Hawkeye the guy to kill him, though?
Well,
you know what I mean?
The only one that I think wouldn't question him.
Yeah.
And was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. It's just the character that Hawkeye is.
Right.
That is just that kind of guy.
He's a douche.
Something that came out this last week, Guardians of the Galaxy issue 2.
Oh, I got to get that.
Which it's Donny Cates, and man, everyone's out to find who like Thanos is going to reincarnate to. Cosmic Ghost Riders, kind of flexing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, it's just so good. Yeah.
Yep. Slide that one right over here because I'm taking it with
me.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, the final one that's coming out this week, Flash number 65. It's the last part to the Batman Flash crossover that's been going on. It looks like we're going to get some answers about some of the stuff that's been going on in Heroes in Crisis, and we found out more about Gotham and Gotham Girl from like trade 1 of the Tom King Batman, and man, it's crazy. Like, I know I say it's crazy a lot, but God, you turn each page and it's oh my God, that's part of this. That's happening. Venom's involved, but not like Ed Brock Venom, like the stuff that made Bane strong.
They're not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's nuts. But yeah, those are my picks.
Awesome.
All right,
awesome. That's Buck. Yeah. All right. I watched a show I just want to talk about for just a second. Actually, it's a movie, a documentary.
Bible Man?
No. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't think I want to see that. That's actually what I call Cameo. Bible Man.
That's
Bible
weird.
Man.
I don't know, because you're the only one I know that reads it.
Oh, okay.
No, I did watch a movie. I think it was called Won't You Be My Neighbor. It's the Fred Rogers documentary on Hulu. If you can watch that without getting a little tear in your eye, you're probably not a good person, because
Wow.
it was, I grew up watching that. Did you guys?
Yeah. I learned patience from him.
Yes. As I was watching it, I thought of a couple things, and I just thought, here's a guy that, for all these people that you want to come up with some kind of controversy or checkered past, or this was not that guy. I mean, he was a good guy.
Let's just, pump the brakes.
Tell me.
We don't know for sure.
Well, okay.
Not all of the skeletons.
Everybody's,
Not all the skeletons are out yet.
But listen.
Here's the thing. They pretty much are, man. Like, he's, clean as bleach. Like, he's flawless.
Mm-hmm.
I think, watching that, maybe there was, I guess you could criticize one thing, which was that there was, the officer on the show.
Yeah.
He was a homosexual, and, but at the time, I think you have to consider that.
Yeah,
he didn't want him to come out.
Yeah, it was illegal, but he wanted to show that he loved so much that he was a person that meant well. Not to go too far into this, but Fred Rogers was a very, very religious man. He was a preacher.
Yeah.
And he thought that it was up to God to judge him for what he did, but as a person, as his fellow man, that man deserved his love.
Well, there were times where he would offer, have him come in and put his feet in the water with them.
Which as a white man and black man at the time, it was like, oh my God, what's
Well, even that, and then you see him wiping his feet down, and that reminded me of the story of Jesus.
The prostitute,
and so like I say, there's things about everybody that I'm not saying.
No,
that
I'm
man
not. But I'm
100%
just
a saint.
right.
Yeah, but it just really encouraged me to try to be kinder to people. You know what I mean? Because that's what he did, and what I haven't watched Mr. Rogers in a long time, but that's what his message was to be kind to people, and
And it's okay to play with toys when you're in your 50s.
yeah, that too. And so that's all. I just kind of wanted to bring that up and just kind of encourage people to be kinder to people, and you'll receive that kindness back, more times than not.
Yes.
And if you don't, I mean,
Move on.
exactly.
Try to, but his message is what the world needs. You know what I mean? That's what I think anyway. So I just wanted to bring it up. It's on Hulu. Watch it.
Yes.
And like I say, it made me think, because like I say, his whole deal too was kids have a hard time. Whether you have a good childhood, a bad childhood, it's a scary place for kids.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that was his heart, was to make the world a better place for kids, and knowing that they would grow up and be good adults.
Yep.
So that's that's my message to everybody. Like, I think we should remember to try to be more like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. That's why we do Superhero School Secret.
Exactly. All right. Well, that brings us to an end.
Yep.
What was Mr. Rogers' end phrase?
It was Dirtman for life.
Yeah. I guess I won't sing the whole song. Cameo?
Keep it nerdy, baby.